Good day, and thank you for visiting my channel, Coin Lady. You can never tell what Vladimir Putin will say about cryptocurrencies, so anyone who has been around for a while in the crypto field knows that it may be nerve-wracking. Putin and Russia have never before taken such a firm stand on the subject of cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin, and his own thoughts on XRP. In today's video, we will examine recent statements from Russia and Putin, as well as upcoming laws that will legalize various aspects of the crypto industry nationwide. This is significant because it means that hundreds of billions of dollars will enter the crypto sphere immediately, and potentially trillions of dollars in the future, all hailing from Russia. On the other hand, a plethora of different doors are opening all around the world. Cryptocurrency, XRP, and Bitcoin in general are expected to see massive adoption in various regions, including China and the Middle East, in the near future. In that case, please let everyone know that you think it sounds good by clicking the like button, and then we can begin. This whole mess began when I came across this tweet fairly recently. Putin authorizes Bitcoin and cryptocurrency mining in Russia under new law. Quite intriguing, considering that Putin had already mentioned in July his concern that the electrical system would fall offline if Russia were to completely embrace Bitcoin mining. This development is far from surprising. Also, he mentioned something today, you know what? This is a fantastic proposal, so I looked into it a bit. I was wondering why Putin made this adjustment. The response, it turns out, is fairly straightforward. At one point, all of Europe relied on Russia for energy because of their enormous oil and gas reserves, which Russia has on their continent. This gives them access to a lot of power, which everyone should know. A lot has changed since then, and Russia has begun exporting its energy, but one crucial aspect has not altered. Even while Russia is reaping the benefits of this oil, it is wasting energy by releasing methane into the atmosphere, which is a crucial resource. Additionally, these oil and gas companies have an opportunity to turn their extra methane into a potentially substantial windfall by powering a Bitcoin mining operation. Additionally, Russia will be in a position to obtain an enormous quantity of Bitcoin, which might provide them significant influence on a worldwide scale, given the increasing adoption of this cryptocurrency. And you may be asking, how is XRP involved in all of this? How is this relevant to other digital currencies? Everything, to put it simply. Bitcoin was the starting point for everyone's crypto journey, as you, myself, and everyone else is surely aware. In 2013, when I first heard about Bitcoin, I attempted to get some. It was so complex back then that I couldn't understand a word of it. A few years down the road, in 2015, I did manage to purchase Bitcoin, and it was the first cryptocurrency that I ever possessed. The majority of you have undoubtedly experienced something similar. You started off by purchasing Bitcoin or Ethereum, but then you went on a rabbit hole and learned about XRP. Because Bitcoin is the most talked about cryptocurrency, most of you probably didn't learn about XRP until much later. But here's the thing, he's not merely signing a Bitcoin blah. Crypto mining is also something he says rather plainly. Additionally, Bitcoin isn't the only cryptocurrency with a proof-of-work algorithm. In fact, there are many more cryptocurrencies that perform a similar function more efficiently. Bitcoin is essential for billions of people throughout the world, but there are alternative cryptocurrencies that people should use more frequently, and eventually, people will realize this and the price of Bitcoin will fall. Am I correct? Since Bitcoin was the pioneer, it also received the entire initial investment. Subsequently, we witnessed Solana emerge from hiding and BNB emerge from hiding, both achieving enormous market valuations. Guys, it's just the way trickle-down economics works. Sure, there's more going on in Russia than just the mining industry, but this isn't it. Additionally, testing of cryptocurrency exchanges and payments are about to begin. Am I correct in saying that this is what I mean? Science under Putin's leadership. Yes, Bitcoin mining is a bill. I thought it was fine, wasn't it? Doing this is within our capabilities. The tax money it brings in is worth hundreds of millions of dollars. Amazing. While this is happening, though, many begin to wonder whether there aren't alternative cryptocurrencies available. My question is, Putin, what will we do with those? The matter is currently being reviewed by the court system. Eventually, Russians will be allowed to purchase cryptocurrencies of all kinds. Legislation authorizing cryptocurrency mining and establishing procedures for the central bank to oversee the testing of digital tokens for international payments were both passed by the Russian parliament in July. On August 8, President Vladimir Putin signs a measure into law. Russian firms are experiencing increasing difficulties in paying overseas suppliers and receiving payment for exported commodities. This is happening at the same time as the experiment with crypto. If you keep hearing this, it will start to sound familiar. Foreign money transfers, alright? Despite the central bank's objections, businesses are compelled to do this. I mean, seriously, this is the whole point of the XRP ledger. No need to spell it out for my American friends, I think you can see it clearly. Bitcoin isn't ideal for international money transfers, as you might expect. Because of the United States' centralized banking institution and its sanctions, which effectively isolate Russia from the rest of the world, what cryptocurrency is there other than XRP? You should be really excited about these guys, because these businesses need it. Russia is being compelled to begin inventing because to that one. While this does pave the way for a conversation about cryptocurrency, it's also sending a message to Russia that, hey, we can make a ton of money with it if we can figure out a way to bypass US sanctions and sell our oil to places like Europe and China. If Russia can do that, it could become one of the wealthiest countries in the world, but the US isn't going to stand for it. You may say, join them if you're not good enough to defeat them. In this case, it is exactly what will transpire. The race to widespread Bitcoin acceptance has begun, and Russia is quickly closing the gap. Things are really heating up now that this was signed into law on August 8, which was only a few days ago. This has been discussed in numerous news pieces, including DL News. How will Putin be able to sidestep some sanctions and Russia's dependence on the dollar, they ask, in light of Russia's crypto pivot? Then it must be rather easy, mustn't it? The beauty of a decentralized network is that it's so easy, isn't it? Okay, Russia, you can't use this. Okay, Ukraine, you can't use this. There is no central authority that will say that. The government may attempt to intervene, which is something for which we should all be ready. Alright? Something happened recently, and I want you all to remember it. Was Pavel Durov detained? He was taken into custody. Things that were happening on his decentralized, encrypted platform, Telegram, led to his detention. Oh, there are child busters on your site promoting horrible information, the French authorities basically said. It's because you're accountable for this that you're currently in jail, isn't it? But the truth is, they acted that way because they were powerless over that creature. This is something that will probably happen with other cryptocurrency networks as well. Pretty much the same thing will happen if Russia begins utilizing them to avoid the US central bank. We can expect the arrest of individuals leading these crypto projects. The US will attempt to reroute the situation through a backdoor. If that fails, things will get unpleasant. We must remain vigilant in our struggle for justice. In my opinion, even Ripple could run into legal issues, particularly if Kamala is in charge. Because, as we have seen, their goal via sanctions and warmongering is to attack their political opponents. Additionally, they will likely pursue any individual who aids their political opponent by giving them with a system, whether directly or indirectly. This has happened before with Gary Gensler pursuing a Ripple, and it has happened with Pavel Durov as well. Naturally, there are a plethora of additional instances like this. After everything that is said and done, it's a war. There's a challenge that we must be prepared to face and conquer. The viewer's presence here is greatly appreciated. Thank you for watching my channel and for subscribing. I will see you later.